I'm live. So, do you have your favorite fruit? And have you tried harvesting that favorite fruit in a tree? Hello there. Before I move on, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ellen, and I'm from Philippines. Mabuhay. I'm a mother of growing kids. I'm also a finance professional. I'm a proud digital business owner, a business mentor, and now I have published my book called I'm Happy in My Kitchen Too. And I'm also a proud motivational speaker. So, the questions on have you tried to harvest fruits, your favorite fruit, and have you harvested them in your tree? So, I did, and it's actually a grafted mango tree beside my house. It's about 3 years old, and I'm really, really happy. It's been really, it's fruiting now. I have about 10 fruits. One of these days, I will show you. I will show that in my video here. But I really cannot imagine that one day I will be harvesting one of my favorite fruits in my side yard. And it took um, 3 years. It's actually a grafted mango tree. That's why it only took 3 years. It would have been probably about 8 to 10 years. So the talk day two is really about the roots creating the fruits. But before that, I'm going to make this bigger. The ones I'm doing now are actually on the 21 days journey to achieve breakthroughs in 2022. And as we know, there's always on the beginning of the year, what goal setting or planning of our projects, our goals, our to do's, the things that we need to accomplish for the year. And this is the best time of the year where we are able to plan ahead what we need to uh, accomplish and target because it's important for us to do our planning and goal setting on the aspirations and the dreams that we have. And so I really want this to be shared to people who are viewers of my video, the Everyday Life of a Happy Mom channel, because I want them to be inspired. I want them to get this happy thoughts and happy um, content so that as a working mom or even as a stay-home parents, for example, you are able to accomplish your goals for the year. And we have a lot of goals. And this is just my way of, helping people who are looking at my channel because I want to create contents for people to have, a daily inspirations, because of our situations now. And day two, I will just have to put in the day two. It's really about the roots creating the fruits. So I have asked earlier about, have you picked a fruit in your tree? It's really, really good feeling, right? Or probably in the farm or just probably getting it from the fruit stand, right? So when you see your favorite fruit, your heart beats and your eyes get to be widened. And for me, I really, really love getting the fruits in the tree. But in today's topic, we know that that fruit came from the roots. Why? Of course, the foundation now of the fruit actually comes beneath the trunk. If you see in the picture, there's a whole wide of um, activities going there. If you see, the roots is just far wide, stretched to different directions. to get the nutrients and to get the foundation of the tree. So there's a whole lot of stories about, getting the best tree or the best seed, but the roots eventually gets to be the most important factor in making the kind of tree that it will have, right? Like for instance, when I plant my papayas, I have seen the video on cutting the roots to make it really healthy one. And I would say that it's really the most important for me, because when I don't cut root, the main roots, it will just, keep on growing without any fruit. So that my favorite, one of my favorite motivational speakers and author of The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, T. Harv Eker, he says that if you want to change the fruit, you have to change the roots. So if you want to change the visible, you have to change the invisible first. So yesterday was day one, is all about the positive of the power of positive mindset, and this day two is actually a continuation of that power. That power of positive mindset resides in us, and I have not mentioned this yesterday that the topics I'm actually doing for 21 days is part of the book I have that I'm doing now, the seven inner powers to achieve breakthroughs in life. So, as you know, every day is a new day, and it's a new opportunity for us to create something better. And I'd like to say that, when we are doing, changing our minds, we are actually changing our lives. So it says here, if you want to change the visible, you have to change the invisible first, because the foundation of any uh, changes actually start from our thoughts, right? So I said it's also coming from T. Harv Eker on that thought where, when you have positive thoughts, it will create our feelings, the positive feelings. And then, of course, it will create the feelings, the positive feelings create the positive actions. And of course, the positive actions create the positive results. So it's really what the most, if not the only thing that we need to do to start our project and endeavor, the changing of the changing to positive mindset by, of course, going beyond what is the physical. So I would say, for example, there's this story, a book, what, in my younger years on uh, the Little Prince. I think most of you, if not, if of course the younger generations may probably not be aware of this one, but for me, the not so young actually know about the Little Prince book written by Antoine Exupéry. He says there that what is invisible is essential to the eyes. So what it's meant there is that not everything can be seen from the outside, right? So there's deep down that is, more compelling, more substantial, more important that we need to take into consideration. So just like the tree, we don't see the roots, right? Um, in these days, of course, I would say that you can already create fruits out of what artificial um, uh, uh, process, and we call it what aquaponics. One of that is aquaponics, and there's also the GMO, genetically modified a kind of making a fruit, but this is not about this kind of process. What I'm saying is that generally we create the fruits through the roots. So now there are a lot of methods that are already ongoing because of innovation, a lot of inventions probably because of the science is so really fast in advancement. And there are a lot of, the other day I was just getting my salad, my lettuce leaves coming from the water. There's a solution nutrients that are injected or put in a container. So a particular plant or vegetables are growing. So there's a whole lot of that, like tomatoes and grapes, for example. And for me, I still prefer one that is traditionally grown, like the grapes. I always buy the ones with the seeds because the ones without are already genetically modified. So these are actually growing from, you know, artificially, which I don't want to be consuming, yeah, because of some of the chemicals, etc., etc. But what I'm saying is always when you need fruits that you want, you have to be particular in the kind of tree that you are planting, so that it bears very good kind of fruits, right? It bears the right and your fruit that you like. So for example, an orange tree cannot produce a apple tree, or but now I see different kinds of methods that they call inter mixing of the branches or graft them, and I see them different kinds of fruits in a tree, in one tree. So there's a mango tree, there's a carabao tree, there's a Indian tree. So there's a mango, or there's a carabao tree, there's also an Indian mango in one tree. Why? That's the kind of fruit, because there's a lot of innovations or inventions now. But what I'm saying is, if you want that kind of fruit, you better put the right kind of tree and start cultivating the roots, because it's the foundation that gives life and that gives growth to the tree that eventually create the fruit. So this is really just an analogy. That's just a comparison on how we create positive thoughts. That's just like the fruits, right? So we need to cultivate the right mindset, the right kind of thinking, the right kind of thoughts, energies, the right kind of practices. Like us, we are product of generations that have been acquired way back with our ancestors, way back with our parents and great great grandparents. And if it's not going to be changed in the way we think, there's actually what we call the same kind of practices and concepts. So what I'm saying is it's really important that we know that when we have the kind of fruits that we want, we need to have the roots taken care of. Or what we need to see to know is we are always gearing towards better lives by changing our thoughts. So thoughts cannot be seen, right? Thoughts cannot be visible. So it's like what T. Harv Eker was saying, that the if you need to change the visible, you need to change the invisible. So these are the invincible things in our mind, in our thoughts, in ourselves. So I hope that you are learning something in terms of, day two on this is one of the ways for us to achieve breakthroughs in our lives, especially in 2022, which is the year of growth for my business as a digital business owner. We have set this to be the year of growth, where a lot of technology and system have been put into the business by our leaders and really the heads of the business, because we want to make sure that we are getting the right foundation, to expand. We cannot expand the business if we don't have the right foundation. So I'm really excited in terms of this kind of um, undertakings by leaders, because we want the system to be prepared. And this is also like having this kind of talk where you are preparing the foundation in terms of um, the mindset. We need to have the right mindset so we can move forward. So that's day two. The day three is really about, it's still a continuation of the positive mindset. It's about planting before harvest. So watch watch out tomorrow for the day three, guys, in terms of the um, talk on the 21 days journey to achieve a breakthrough in 2022. So I hope, guys, everyone's doing well and in the best of health. I'm actually happy to be back once more. um, it's actually very important that we have this particular topics that I am doing, so that I share whatever I have gone through in my life in terms of achieving breakthroughs. Last year, I just published my book on I Am Happy in My Kitchen Too. And I'm really, really glad that it's already out. There's a lot of people behind it. And of course, the grace of God allowing me to share my book. And so I hope for those who are actually not able to get yet, get a copy of that. At the same time, if I'm also inviting you for a free live webinar. It's going to be tomorrow. Do check it out. I will be putting that in my chat box in terms of the time in the Philippines. Is going to be about 9 o'clock. There's a live webinar, and there's going to be a replay for that. So I hope that you will join me for the live webinar. You will see information about the business, how the community is doing at this point in time where we are enclosed in our homes. So working moms and dads, if you're actually looking at transitioning later on into doing spending quality time with your kids and family and loved ones, I hope that you're able to uh, get this. Go to the website and just put your email and address, and or you can send me message so I can put you as part of the live webinar. It's going to be in the Philippines Thursday, but there's a replay anytime. So if you go to the website, just with your email and name, you will be sent information about the business. So this has helped me a lot in terms of managing my time, because I have homeschoolers now, and I am so blessed to be in this digital business at this time where I can just be in my home 24/7, and at the same time able to do my passion like cooking, baking. I also do, of course, writing, and now I'm doing my um, being a motivational speaker, giving you inspirations and also some learnings, educating people on some of the things I will be coming out. I will be doing some following uh, live videos in terms of a budgeting and finances that will help working moms and dads manage our finances. It's important for us, especially at this time, especially for those people who are also, saving for kids' education, doing some, funds for some other family matters that need to be set aside, for example, probably for travel, medical funds, and of course, doing your giving to charitable institutions, because these all blessings we have are not just for us, but of course to help people that God decide to help. So I hope, guys, everyone's doing well and in the best of health. And catch me live again tomorrow. It's going to be uh, a great topic. It's about what? Uh, Planting before harvest. So these are ways that we can do practice now, not tomorrow, so that we can already start to get the breakthroughs in life. And these are all in areas of our lives, right? We have, of course, our financial, we have our physical, we have our emotional or psychological, and of course, our spiritual lives. And remember, we are spiritual beings in this human life and not the other way around. We are not what? We are not human beings living a spiritual life, but we are spiritual beings in this human life. So it's important that we have all these things in our plans for our breakthroughs and success in 2022. So I hope, guys, you're learning and catch me live again tomorrow. So, for those who are watching replay, put in a chat box where you're coming from and what are your favorite fruits to harvest or that you have harvested that you love eating. So, bye for now, guys, and thanks a lot for watching.